Welcome to the video from thedigital.com. In this video we're going to have a look at the Lumia 830. It's a mid-range Windows phone where we have some kind of high-end flagship type features. Good thing about the 830 is it's been actually around for a while and you can get some real good prices on it on discount. I found this around 219 quid, so you're talking mid-range price, maybe even budget price, but you do get some of the higher end features. First of all, I've got to say it feels like a premium phone with this metal side that it's got on here, with the metal finish and the polycarbonate back that's on there as well. So it does feel like an expensive phone, but you do get a removable back, which some of the higher end like the Lumia 1520 doesn't have, which means you can swap the battery out, but inside there you can fit a nano-sim card and a MicroSD card, expanding the storage. So like I said, I do like the feel of this phone. It feels kind of high end and it's very well made, as all Lumias are, but a lot of the low end Lumias I feel kind of plasticky, and this certainly doesn't feel plasticky at all. So it's got a number of features that some of the high-end Lumias don't have, like the option with the display. So it's got one of the options is this glance display. So this only shows when you move the phone, it'll go off in a minute, and when it's on charge it shows, and you can have it set all the time if you want, but it doesn't take a lot of power, the idea behind that is, and therefore you get that sort of glance information on the phone. You can see my my 1520's got it as well, and it's gone off now, but if I start to touch the phone, it'll pick the phone up, it comes back on. It depends on the settings that you've got applied. You can have it on permanently. So that's one of the nice features on this. So the display is 1280 by 720. The display is 1280 by 720, 296 ppi, and that's probably a bit on the lower side if we're thinking flagships, certainly for the new Android phones, but actually it looks really nice, and the screen is very clear and bright on here, and that's one of the nice things about this phone. The screen is really good and great for pictures and text and games. I'm going to load up Minecraft here, and Minecraft is a big game actually, and you see how quickly that loaded up there. So there you go. So it's very clear and bright, and I like the screen on there. That is definitely one of the nice features of this phone. It's extremely crisp, and the live tiles look really good on there. So that's a good thing. It's got a good phone on there. In terms of processor, it's got a quad-core 1.2 GHz processor in it, but Windows Phone doesn't really need a particularly power-hungry processor to be smooth. But as you see, switching from app to app, if I can tap it right, is very quick and efficient, and that's Minecraft that's loading up there, and which is a big game. If I go to another resource hungry app like Microsoft Health app, I found that really slow on some of the low end phones to load up, and actually it's pretty fast on here, and switching between apps is nice and quick as well. That's probably the slowest you're going to get Minecraft as a game, but if we switch to say weather app, it's very quick, and the phone is very responsive, so it performs very well. That's a really good thing. The 16 gig of onboard storage on here, so not a huge amount. You can expand it with up to 128 gig with an SD card, a micro SD card. That's what I do on my 1520. I've got quite a lot of music on my phone. The good thing about Windows Phone is, as well, as you can say, put everything on there, really. So games, music, photos, everything. So it handles SD cards really well, and but 16 gig should be plenty to go on. Even some of the lower ones even have 8 or even 4, so 16 gig is plenty. In terms of battery life, I've got at least a couple of days out there, 2 days. Let's have a look at battery saver, and we'll have a look at how this is doing. It's been a while since I charged this actually. If it's on 58%, I've got 1 day and 8 hours, and last charged it yesterday. So I'm finding about 2 days and that's using Minecraft and Internet Explorer and email and Microsoft Health and Tweetium and all the apps as well. So that's actually using it for 2 days. So really good battery life out of that. And it's got Qi charging as well, wireless charging plate built into the back here. So if you've got wireless charging pad, you can just plonk it straight on there. Some of the things I really like about this, it's got a dedicated camera button, which means you can go from off like that, hit the camera button, and they're ready to take a photo in a couple of seconds. So it's the dedicated camera button is a really nice feature. I use it a lot just to go straight to the camera, and you can get that up like that. So the dedicated camera is definitely a useful feature to have, and I find it from a 1520 and I find it very handy with my 1520 to get pictures without fiddling around with camera buttons. Some of the ones without dedicated camera buttons, you've got to pull down and get the camera button. And I know that works, but this is nice and simple. It's also got capacitive menu buttons on the bottom here. So you've got the Windows key, search, Cortana, and the back key. And again, some of the lower phones skip those completely. So that's good. I like that. And I think that they're very handy to have those as quick access. Right, let's have a camera now. I mentioned the camera. So apart from just being quick to get straight into the camera mode, I found the camera really good. It's got a 10 megapixel rear camera, and it gets some really good images of that. Very clear, good colour reproduction. Let's have a look at. So it's going to be hard to see on the video, but yeah, some really sharp images and nice detail on there. I'll include a blog post with this and you'll be able to see there, but it really picks up those colours well. So I like the camera on it. 10 megapixel is always good, and certainly a lot better than many phones at this price range. The front camera is 0.9 megapixel wide angle, designed for Skype or selfies if you really must. We'll flick that on, you can see the camera. There we go, and it's certainly a lot better than many other phones with their front cameras, so that's okay, that's pretty good. In terms of operating system, well, I won't go into Windows Phone too much. This is running Windows Phone 8.1 Update 1. So that's not update 2, the latest one, which has the support for Bluetooth keyboards, but it will run Windows 10 on here. Actually, Windows 10 should work really well on here, and that will work fine when that comes out later in the year. But if you're on the Windows Insider program, you can install Windows 10 on this phone without any problems at all. I'm really big fan of Windows Phone. I do like the way it works. Yes, the apps are an issue, but I do like the way it works. But that's a debate for another day. So in terms of this phone, so 220 quid without any contract. This is a nice phone. It's got that premium feel. It's metal. It doesn't feel plasticky, but a decent budget price. And yeah, Windows. You can get the Windows Store apps, which are now combined with Windows Desktop apps in Windows 10. So I think when Windows 10 comes out, this is kind of the complete thing. But yeah, so far I've been pretty impressed with this. So I'll include a blog post along with this, which includes some photos, some of the photos we've been doing, and you can see more of our Lumia reviews on thedigitallifestyle.com and on our YouTube channel. So thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you on the next one soon.